Let's get it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So let's talk about it. So let's talk about it.
Hi guys, my name is Lena, and you're behind the scenes for my photo shoot with Exquisite Units. I'm getting ready to style one of my 5 units for my photo shoot. This is an orange look. We're going to do a ponytail. All of my colors are custom and pretty much random. I just do what I feel. It's on my heart. So I'm sectioning off the frontal part because this is a frontal wig. This is the back area. Lace is still attached. I'm going to do a high ponytail, so we're actually going to position this to the top so that we can get the base. All of my units are 150 density, so they come pretty thick. You can get them thicker, up to 180 density. The lowest density is 130, so that's going to be generally what I use for my bobs, because I like my bobs nice and sleek, not too full, not too heavy. But for long hair or ponytails or any other style, you really want the hair to be pretty full.
Do you normally take to color a unit?
It normally takes me about 2 to 3 days to color a unit. Only because when dealing with colors, mixing, paint swatches, sometimes stuff does not come out the way you want it to come out originally. And you definitely got to know your color wheel, mixing blue and green, mixing purples, knowing variations, getting hues. It really just depends on the custom or whether or not I'm doing just free-handed. This orange currently is a combination of 3 different oranges. So it's a French cognac, it's a orange sunrise, and what was my other color? Paprika. And those are all Adore colors, so this is just the same. Because I sell 613 hair, it's just easier for me to go from the platinum blonde and applying the colors. Now with that being said, because the colors are so true, you got to be careful how you mix them when you're doing pinks, purples, or blues, because they actually do mix because they're stained.
So what influenced you to start doing hair?
To start doing hair,
Or just be in that field?
my sister is actually, my older sister Crystal is actually my biggest role model, and I mimic her in a lot of the stuff that I do. I'm not even gonna lie. And she has a brand, it's called Conjure. She's a braider. She does braids and dreads. And I actually started off braiding. I didn't start off doing weaves or wigs or any of that. Actually, so when I first got in the shop, I was somebody who braided. I only did braids, and then I kind of moved into sew-ins. And I liked sew-ins better because, first of all, it's easier on my hands. And 2, when I left for college, I moved to the West Coast, and they really don't wear braids like how we wear braids here in Chicago. Out here, everybody wears braids. It's like a natural part of life.
The culture.
It's definitely part of the culture, like from the time you little on up. On the West Coast, they are really bougie, so like everybody wears weaves, extensions, and so I really had to adapt to what people liked out there working in the shops. And wigs was actually my way of trying to maintain my real hair because it's so dry out there, and I went natural. I had absolutely no clue how to get my hair to blend, how to get my hair straight, and being natural was not a thing. So it was like Shea Moisture, all that was not available to me.
How y'all doing? My name is Arias Omar Everett, and I have recently earned my MFA in film production from Full Sail University. After graduation, I am traveling to many different cities to produce music videos, vlogs, documentaries for artists all across the world. I have 1,000+ subscribers on YouTube. I have produced over 300 music videos for artists all over Florida. My favorite music video I've shot, which has 200,000 views on YouTube right now, is the Walked In remix. The second music video I shot was I Need a Play, and that has over 100,000 views on YouTube. Well, the challenge is not really having a budget. You know, as a upcoming videographer, like sometimes we want to travel somewhere other than the hood, you know, but unfortunately some of the artists I work with, I do business with, they don't have that luxury, you know, because, you know, in the hood people aren't that wealthy, you know, like we be shooting in abandoned houses, you know, like we don't really have it. When you don't have anything, you have to come up with something, you know, like, because we are not going to not produce anything. We met up for a specific reason, just to create content and shoot. And that's really one of the biggest problems, is not really being able to afford to venture out and go to the places we think in our minds. So we gotta work with what we have.
I'm from Pine Hill, 438, I'm from Pine Hill, yeah. I'm from Pine Hill, 438, I'm from Pine Hill, yeah.
Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Arius Everett, and I am a filmmaker.
In the sky, never falling. All the limit way of life. Space, God, always.
So I was like, I wish that I could just, and I also don't do my own, that sounds crazy, I do everybody else's hair so good, but my own hair, I don't know.
That's another challenge.
So I was like, I wish I could just like take my head off my body and do my own hair.
Right.
And wigs was that for me. So when I started doing my wigs, it was like I could give myself all the styles that I can't do necessarily on myself, but I could do for somebody else. And so I got into making wigs, and at first it was like not as exquisite as it is right now. I was using just a regular like little stocking cap, and I knew how to sew real well. So I started off with just doing a regular sew-in just on a dummy foam head to a stocking cap. And I would leave some of my edges out, just like the old school overlay, leave a little bit of the edges out, flip over method, what I got taking place with this quick weave. And then as I got more advanced, I started with the sewing machine. And then I ended up moving into getting hair suppliers, and here I am today. So a lot of the process for me is a little bit easier now. I do still make wigs, but I don't make them as much because now I have somebody who supplies them to me, so I can focus more on the creativity part, which takes a lot out, because Genesis can tell you, when I first started, I was accepting hair orders. So people were sending me hair from like Utah, all over the place. They were just sending me hair, and I was making the wigs and I was sending them back, doing the head measurements, all types of stuff. That's hectic. Hi. That's real hectic. So making that transition to be able to do it how I do it now, it's a breeze.
So, knowing that you're in Chicago, and there's a lot of famous people in Chicago, have you ever worked with any famous people in Chicago?
I have not worked with any famous people. I feel as though I will get that opportunity, but right now, wigs are still pretty new to Illinois and to our culture. We're used to frontals, we're used to sew-ins, but we're the type of culture where we like what we like and we like what we used to. Right. So my wigs, my coloring is not the norm. So I just like the fact that I can get people out of their element into trying something new. So I think it'll get to that point, but I haven't had that opportunity as of yet.
Where do you see yourself doing like what you do now in like 5 to 10 years?
In 5 to 10 years, I see myself traveling. I see myself putting on wigs in different places, in different states, connecting with different people, I see myself having my own like little boutique that I can come home to and style in. I see myself with a brand with my sister, because I always wanted to have a shop with my sister where, you know, she braids and I do my wigs and we both have like our little specialty. So hopefully we can make that happen. But I want to be a traveling stylist. So I love traveling, and I feel like that's why it took me so long to really get into my craft the way I'm in my craft right now, because I spent a lot of time moving between different states. But that also helped me because when I started doing my wigs, a lot of people from different places already knew me. So it was easier for people to support me because they had either seen me wear my wigs all the time or they knew me from being a stylist.
So they kind of already knew what was up. You was already the shit when it came down to what you do.
Yes.
That's a good way to, you know, market yourself, if you will. Already have your clientele ready.
Already, yeah. So I do kind of go between like Utah and I go between Vegas and California. I have people who actually still get my hair and my wigs that I ship out in those areas from people that I already knew. So it's just, once I get situated, I get my branding how I need it to be. I'm just gonna travel and we're gonna take off from there.
So you, like, what kind of, is your, like, your ideal place you kind of want to go with this? What kind of places you want to travel?
I want to go
That you haven't already been to yet.
overseas. I have a really good friend, her name is Lady, and she's Ghanaian. And she lives in Canada, but she goes back and forth between Canada and Africa. And we're kind of doing a collab right now. I'm gonna send her a wig because she models. So I'm gonna send her a wig and she's actually gonna wear my hair in one of her shoots for some exposure. But I want to travel. It would be raw to go to Africa and put wigs on people or just any other country, period. Like, I'm ready for a passport. I'm ready to see some stuff. People need to see me, know me. You know, we all need to interact.
So I'm actually just intrigued by looking and watching how people do this, because not everybody has this gift towards them. So how does it feel? How do you feel, excuse me, that you can send somebody out the shop feeling good, looking good, getting styled up? Because you styled me a few times. I walk at this shop, real good.
That's true. I feel, I guess, humbled to be able to do it, mostly because this is a talent that I really didn't know that I had. And I feel like others around me really like hyped up my abilities to the point where I believed it. So it really was just the support of family members, the support of friends, pushing me to do what I didn't even see was possible myself. I never imagined doing hair. I never imagined, I just didn't feel like I was good enough. I was like, oh, okay, you know, I can do a ponytail, I can do some braids, they look okay. You know, they last. But it was pretty much other people like, it's quality. You know, you got to bring, you got to look, you got to really push me. So it's more or less humble because I just love making people look good. I just love people walking away being satisfied, and I love somebody going someplace and being able to say, oh, Lena did that. You know, who did your hair? Like, it brings me satisfaction, especially with my older clients. When they come in and they get their wigs and stuff put on, like my client Alicia, the other day she looked at me, she was like, Lena, I'm like setting trends. She said, I come in with my hair curly, they wear their hair curly. They come in with my hair straight, they wear their hair straight. That makes me feel good that my clients are setting trends, or that people love my work to the point where it motivates them to go get something done by their stylist or whoever. But that's the point, my work motivating somebody else. Like, people motivate me, and I love that. So,
has there been any styles that people wanted and you felt like you couldn't do, but in the end you were satisfied?
Okay, I'm never satisfied. I'm so serious. Like even when clients like their hair and love their hair, I'm my worst critic because I'm always like, I don't even like that baby hair. I don't even like this. And I feel like I beat myself up. But as long as you look at it and you love it and it's what you envision in your mind, because that's what matters. And I'm okay with that. I'm content with that. But I have this bad habit of looking over and being like, oh, I like the way she did this and I want to do it like that. You know, and it's practice. It comes with time. I like stalk people's Instagrams. I'm so serious. I stalk people's Twitters. I try to take techniques, make it my own. I feel like a lot of the stuff I do is trial and error. It's a process. It's really not too many people doing what I do, and if they are doing what I do, it's not too many people who even want to talk about it or share information. So, you know, you can take from what you can take from this person or that person or YouTube or whatever. You just make it your own.
Where do you see yourself in the next few months?
In the next few months, I see pretty much my website being up. That's the point of my photo shoot, getting the professional pictures that I need. I really don't take my social media serious. And I need to, so in the next few months, just really branding myself, making sure that I'm posting things, taking pictures. I'm bad, y'all. I don't take pictures of my work, but I get a lot of clients, so that's crazy that I don't take pictures of my work. And then just branding, me being my brand, because I'm so busy always trying to keep everybody else together that I be looking like this. So just pretty much me being my own billboard. It's spring out. I'm gonna pass out some cards. We got Pride coming up. There's a lot of events coming up where my hair and my wigs need to shine. So that's why I see myself in the next couple months having my social media together. Business cards, websites up. Yeah.
Have you or are you sponsoring any organizations?
I am. I sponsor Talks with Genesis Omega. I do all of her looks with her hair. So anything y'all see, it was me. Okay, she did cheat on me this one time, but y'all gonna know because, you feel me, it wasn't coming how I do it, but it's okay. Other than that, I do some work with the community. Just some volunteer work where I go in and I talk to these girls just about keeping themselves together, staying out of trouble, because I was a troubled child. I got into a lot of altercations in my mouth. So just pretty much on Thursdays, I go to this program with the police department, and they let these kids go through this program instead of having a record. And so I just volunteer up there sometimes and talk to them with Dr. Ingram. So that's pretty nice. And they get to see my hair, and the girls love my hair. So I actually pick up clients like that from the school. Like, I have a lot of random clients. Like, I have high school teachers, I have their students come in here, like I have mothers, grandmas, everybody wears my wigs and they love the experience. I don't have too many people who come and get a wig and don't come back. They're not for everybody, so you're gonna get a couple people, but for the most part, everybody loves these wigs. And you have them for so long and their personalities. When I put this orange hair on, I don't know who I'm gonna be.
Have you ever worked with people of illnesses, like a wig on people who had?
Yes.
cancer or just alopecia?
I do. I deal with, I have clients with lupus, so I deal with the kind of the scars that come with the lupus. I have clients who have alopecia. I have clients who have had cancer and they beat it, but they just don't have any hair. So I deal with all types of clients, and actually, like, my best reviews are usually all of my clients with conditions. Look at God, making them shine like that. But usually, like, the clients that I get the most business off of, because I feel like they have the best installations, like, nothing's in the way. I'm for real. Nothing's in the way, so it just lays so, when I say so perfect, I ain't gotta worry about no baby hairs. Like, there's some people who have hairlines that come to their eyebrow, you know? And it's okay. But those take a little, you know, they take a little more work, because all of my styles are protective. So at no point in time are you gonna lose your edges. Whether your eyebrows and your hairline connected or not, we're gonna preserve all of that. So I do. I have all types of head shapes. I have all types of clients from different walks. Like, all of my clients are not just black. All of my clients don't all just, you know, not have hair. Like, I have clients who have hair to the middle of their back and put wigs on. I don't even know, their hair be longer than the wigs, but they wear them and they keep their hair protected. So
do you do anything else as far as doing hair? Like, do you cut hair? Where do you see yourself, like, going into like a barbering type of thing with that?
Yes. I'm actually gonna go to barber school. Because I would like to, okay, so right now I do everything. I do dreads and braids, I do everything. My specialty though is my wigs and my weaves. To expand that, I would like to do men weaves, men toupees. I don't know if you see on Instagram, like, the guy ain't got no hair and then he got like a fro. I'm trying to do that. I am so interested in that, and I know how to lay the toupees. And women have been wearing frontals since forever, so we've been doing quick weaves and invisible parts for the longest. So y'all just coming into the game, but the cutting part I do need to know. And since I work in a barbershop too, I shouldn't have any issues. So I have all the tools that I need, from the fellow barbers to the school that's literally right here. It's like literally right around the corner. So I will actually, in next month, I will be starting in barber school. So I'll be doing that in the morning, and then all my clients, I'll just be walking down here and doing that in the evening until I can take off doing the weaves. Y'all not gonna be able to send me nothing when I do these weaves, okay?
How do you feel about the upcoming segment we have together with hands-on activities with the wig? Are you comfortable with me touching them?
Yes. Yes.
Will you be partaking in something of this nature, or
pretty much,
just a little spoiler?
we're just gonna be styling, so we're gonna get some footage of styling some of the wigs, because y'all don't know, but she can curl. She can, like, curls is her thing, and she had me convinced she didn't know how to do nothing to her hair for the longest amount of time. So, because she literally would never touch it. Not even a ponytail, she wouldn't glue a track back down, nothing, spoiled. But she can actually really curl. And as far as coloring goes, I really don't have too many people help me with the coloring, because I'm mean and I'm hard to deal with under pressure. And I'd rather be mad at myself Get mad at somebody else because they tried to do, like, for instance, my lovely niece, shout out to Diamond, was trying to help me tint my lace on one of my blonde wigs, and she tinted my wig. And as a result of her tinting my wig, when I went to color my wig, it's actually this wig in the back. I'm gonna show y'all. But when I went to color my wig, because she like tinted the whole front, that's why I said you gotta know your color swatches, she made it brown. So when I went to apply my purple and my root, it came out fucking now later green. It was so ugly. It was like now later green and red. And somebody gonna say you gotta throw the whole wig away. Absolutely not. But I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like right now, which is why I said it takes a couple days to color, because if something don't come out right, you need time to fix it. If your tones aren't true, or you need time to go back over it, like this orange right here happened by accident. I actually was supposed to be streaking it with this burnt orange that's like in the back, but the burnt orange was entirely like too dark when I mixed it, and I got a whole attitude. The Beauty Supply store was closed. I couldn't get any more color, and I had just a bottle of light orange, so I'm having a temper tantrum, and I just threw all the colors on the top. And it wasn't enough color to saturate the whole wig, so it was like bright orange or blonde. And I was like, let me just put the dark that I have like in the back, and voila, here we are. But that's for a custom color, and this is also my hair, so that's okay. It really never matters.
Is your best results under pressure?
I feel like they are, but because I'm a procrastinator anyway, so I really do stuff last minute.
That definitely runs the blood.
I be knowing I should, and I be really having a lot going on. I ain't gonna lie to you. So with that being said, I do everything under pressure though. It's probably not gonna be good for my health in the long run, but as of right now, it works. So yes, I threw a temper tantrum and got this color, and it's perfect. I absolutely love it. And it's different than my original orange unit that I had on my gram. It's a whole lot brighter.
I see your mannequin has been through plenty of color as well.
Yes, she has, and that's why she is not my mannequin for pictures, just for colors. I actually have a dome head for my professional pictures.
So who do you want to give a shout out to?
I want to give a shout out to Talks with Genesis on Makeup for making this interview possible. Big shout outs, cause I would like to also give a shout out to Conjure. Just like I said, that's why I even do hair to begin with. Trying to be like my sister my whole life.
Shout out to Crystal.
Shout outs to Crystal. Man, shout out to my entire family, because that's my whole support team. From my first sewing machine to start, thanks Tiff, and from exposure with my hair, just even the motivation for me to do my brand, because like, you know, Genesis, you was there when I was this was just a dream on paper, when I literally was just writing down my goals and what I wanted to do, and we just was having a conversation like 2 years ago, this time 2 years ago.
Yep.
I was just starting my brand this time a year ago.
Kitty wrote another, and the faucet was burning rubber behind Dartilla undercover.
Good morning, viewers. It's your girl Talks with Genesis Omega, and I'm here located at KO Barbershop right here in Madison. The guest I have with me today is DOC.
That's me.
Let my viewers know how you're feeling today.
I'm feeling good. It's a sunny day outside. You know, I'm up early, you know, like I am every morning.
Getting to it. Getting to the money.
Early bird gets the worm.
That's very true. How long have you been cutting hair for?
12 years.
12 years? So within those 12 years, how did you first get started with cutting hair? How did it come about that, oh, I wanted to be a barber?
You know what? I never really wanted to be a barber, but you know, the funny thing is, I have about 6 guys that I know that I'm close with, and they have their own shops. And you know, when I used to get off work, I would always, you know, after work I would hang in the barber shop. You know, instead of just going home, I'd be hanging in the barber shop, and I look around, and I'm like, this ain't me. I would never want to do this. You know, looking at the walls and you know, being clean and stuff like that. So I never really thought I would be a barber, but then I retired from the job that I was working, and the idea was presented to me, you know, to be part owner in this barbershop, so I took it. So I left Ford Motor Company after 10 years and took this up. Went to school, Larry's Barber College on 103rd and Halsted, and never looked back.
So you like what you do now reference to back then?
Oh yeah. I get to go to the bathroom when I want, I go on vacation when I want, you know, I set my own hours. Yeah.
So how, as far as with your clientele, do you cut little boys' hair?
Everybody.
Everybody's hair?
All walks of life.
Do you?
Mexicans, white guys, and of course ours. Yeah.
So which grade of hair do you like cutting better? Do you find
clean. As long as it's clean, yeah.
So you do provide shampoo services too?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yes. What does your prices range for my viewers out there?
Kids are from 2 to 12, 15, you know, basic haircut. Yes, basic haircut. After that, teenagers are $20, adults are 25. That's all regular haircuts, you know. Afros, mohawks, any specialty haircuts, shampoos, black spray, razors, you know, all that stuff is extra.
Black spray, so for the ladies out there, black spray, you find that to look
we're using fibers now, but you know, when your hair is thinning, you know, we can just fill in those spots with the, you know, little cosmetics, yes, if you want it.
If you want it. So before we got started with this interview, we discovered something. It's so weird because I never had this happen. Both of our middle names is Omega. Omega. So when you heard that, what did you feel like? Wow, I can't believe that, or this?
No, yeah, that was ours. Yeah, that's first time.
Ever?
Yeah, ever.
Same with me.
Same middle name. Yeah.
The same middle name.
It'd either be that person's first name, or to be a, you know, some type of business entity.
You met a person's first name with Omega? Yeah.
No,
me neither, because I
haven't.
haven't checked. Because I mean, let me know.
No.
So wait, okay. So what is your clientele looking like today? You got a lot of heads to cut?
I'm always busy.
Always busy?
Yeah.
And we still happen to catch you at a very good time?
Yeah, you sure did.
So do you like working with your fellow other co-workers and things like that? How was the chemistry here at the barbershop?
Yeah. You know, it grows. You know, don't always start out like that, but you know, it grows over time. You know, so yeah.
So I see you guys got it on the sports channel. What teams are you rooting for?
You know, who's ever, you know, is in the mix.
Who's ever in the mix?
Yeah.
So how is your family life? Do you love, you know, how?
Oh yeah. I love it. Yeah. Family life, yes. Yeah. That's why I start early and leave early.
Leave early?
Yeah.
Do you go to?
So I can enjoy my family.
Enjoy your family? Do you go to a lot of kids games? Are they into sports?
I try to, but I don't have any young children, so.
No young children?
No, my oldest is 26, so.
26?
No. Yeah.
Attended any weddings? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been to several weddings. Yeah.
Several
weddings. Yeah.
So for my viewers out there, who do you want to shout out?
Wow. Who do I want to shout out? The viewers. Keep on doing what you're doing. You know, stay positive. Yeah.
That's it. So I would love to thank you for coming on today, and I hope you took at least something from it. The fact the middle name, something from it.
Oh yeah.
Something from it. Mm-hmm. Any questions or remarks, Chief?
You're gonna do good.
So where do you see your business in about 5 to 10 years?
Oh, still flourishing. I mean, you know, I don't lack for nothing, so you know, just getting better. You know, Yeah.
Are you looking forward to traveling in the future, or?
I travel now. Oh yeah, I'm already, I'm already making. I'm going to Africa in October. I'm from Jersey, so I'm going back home. For my birthday. I'll be taking another trip, later on in big trips. But yeah, oh yeah, definitely. I always travel.
What places have you been thus far?
In the States, out of the States, yeah, I travel, yeah. Hawaii, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, all over the States, the regular old Miami, Atlanta, LA, Texas,
Orlando?
all the big states, Orlando, oh yeah, everywhere.
So what is your favorite form of transportation? Do you like planes or car rides?
Planes.
Like planes better just to get back and forth?
Yeah, how else are we gonna get there?
It's other forms, especially in the States.
I'm not going, I'm a very good swimmer, but I don't want to take a boat, everywhere I go. I'll take a boat ride, but I'm not trying to get on a boat everywhere I go. So plane is quicker, in this job that I'm doing, I need to be on the plane so I can get back to my clients.
Right.
Can't be driving, 12 hours, 24 hours to get there and back, I'm losing. You know what I'm saying?
What's the longest plane ride that you've been on?
Hawaii, 12 hours.
It's not that bad. That's not that bad.
No.
Okay. No. So, like I said, thank you for coming on today. I know it was, last minute, but I really, really, really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you, Omega.
Talk about Omega. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I would like to thank my viewers for tuning in today for my barbershop segment. I thank you guys so much. You guys already know where to find me at on YouTube at Genesis Omega. Of course, my Facebook is Talks with Genesis Omega, and Instagram is KB_Price. Until next time, love you. Be safe.
You talking with Genesis? With Genesis. You talking, you gon' be vibing.
As I walk down the path of the shadow of death, trying not to fall from all the pressure I get. Head to the clouds, waiting on my next step. Life for bitch, I'm ready to be through with the shit. Been a year since I put the knife to my wrist, proceeded to slip. Was on the edge, jumped off fist, started acting crazy when I turned a couple shots to a fifth. Drunk so much in my lifetime.